Hello everyone, I'm Juggerite and welcome back to our Minecraft Bedrock Survival Let's Play Series World, where we are almost halfway done placing gravel and probably sand once we run out of gravel to finish up getting this thing ready to come through and sponge it all out. I did go to our starter base and gather up what gravel and sand we had there, as well as our stronghold base. Let's go ahead and get suited up, uh, so no drowns come out of the woodworks and get us there by surprise. We've got a lot of work to do here still, so I mean, now's as good a time as any to get started, right? Let's make this a little bit easier on ourselves and just kind of start placing a bunch of these shulker boxes down. Uh, we can carry a little more at a time before we have to refill if we're not holding on to all this, right? Yeah, so we've got, oops. How many shulker boxes is that? Two, three, four, five, six, seven shulker boxes total for gravel, and one, two, three, four, five, basically five shulker boxes of sand. Um, Four shulker boxes of gravel got us to where we are. So I mean, we may not even use the sand. I'm not sure, but it looks like we've got plenty to get started here. Let's go ahead and let's get that out of our hotbar. Might want to hold on to our bow. We might need all this other stuff. Uh, so let's just start with our first shulker box over here and grab a bunch of these materials and get started placing so we can see how much we can get done today. The last couple streams, we've done two shulker boxes of gravel in each stream. And you know, we've been doing pretty short streams just with the time that we have available to us, and just basically picking away at this thing as best as we can in our spare time. And we're going to do a little bit more of that again here tonight. For those of you who may not have seen it, I did do a live stream earlier today on Minecraft Legends. It's been so long since I've played anything other than Minecraft that I did struggle with the format a little bit, even though I shouldn't have. But, you know, I eventually got the hang of it and everything once I got past the tutorial and had a little more leeway on what I could do. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that, and that stream should be available on, in video format. Hopefully, hopefully, uh, no later than next week. Sometime between, yeah, sometime between now and next week. I can't say for sure when, as I haven't had a chance to edit it or anything yet. So this is far enough back we can go ahead and replace that. And let's grab our resources here, or lose it down into the water. That's fine. You know, whatever we got to do. Where is our other redstone dust? Oh, there it is. Let's get this set up over here so we can go back and grab our observer Our, not our observer, but our piston before it despawns or something crazy. There we go. Get rid of our cobblestone. We won't be needing that there anymore. And go ahead and put our piston there. And get back to placing. Have any of you got a chance to play Minecraft Legends yet? If so, what did you think about it? Were you more excited for Minecraft Legends than you are 120? That's another thing that I'm curious about, because I've gotten a lot of mixed things about 120. With it being more about the storytelling and the lore and stuff, you know, that not necessarily everybody's forte, you know, that plays Minecraft. I mean, you have your, you know, your people that just enjoy the game as it is without all the lore and the storytelling, which is fine, and that's mostly my style. Haven't really done a lot of role playing with it either. I mean, I have to an extent, being on the Forever Bedrock realm, but you know, nothing too crazy or anything. Definitely nothing scripted or anything like that. I don't think scripted would do me. I don't think I could do that. Scripted just would not be for me. Whoa, that guardian must have made his way out of the temple. What about the Dungeons and Dragons add-on that's supposed to be coming to the marketplace? What do you guys think about that? I'm super excited about that one myself, as someone who's been a big Dungeons and Dragons fan since my early teenage years. Um, you know, I had basically the monster manual, the Dungeon Master, and the Player's Handbook given to me um, by somebody who was in the hobby and was getting out of it. And so I got a bunch of my friends together and said, hey, you know, I'll do all the reading and do all the hard work. Would you guys like to play? They said yes. I started learning, you know, what I could from the books, and I DM'd a bunch of games, and I mean, we had a lot of fun doing it, and I've enjoyed it ever since, both as a DM and as a player. So with Minecraft being, you know, my main focus of hobby for as far as the eye can see, and you know, being a huge Dungeons and Dragons fan as well, um, having the two come together, I think is going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to try that out. I will definitely be doing a video series on that. And if you did miss the Minecraft Legends stream, don't worry. it is still available until whatever the maximum amount of days is that those can be available by somebody who's not monetized by Twitch. And you guys can go check it out. Also, it will be posting on my YouTube channel tomorrow. So you could always go check it out there. And it will be available, I'm guessing, pretty much. It'll be there for a very long time. A very long time. Alright. Now, let's get this set up over here. And get to work. We're really close, so as soon as it starts sliding to the top of the glass, we'll know that's it. Whoa, what got me? It's this Guardian down here. He's still lingering around. Yeah, we didn't block spawns inside the temple. We just took our spawn blockers down to the Guardian Temple so that while we were blocking spawns out here, you know, it wouldn't be an overwhelming amount as we got closer to being done with that. We would still be able to you know, get the spawning spots blocked, because more of them would be spawning inside the monument, out of sight, out of mind, other than the few that escaped. And technically, we could go back and take those spawn spots all the way down anytime now, without having to worry about it. And we'll probably do that before we end this stream tonight. Oh, am I going over the glass? No. Okay. Just making sure. I don't want to be like wasting my gravel. Because it goes so fast, it will like skip rows and stuff. But look at how fast we get those stacks placed. And I believe we are basically right there now. Whoop. Couple more here. Yeah, that'll do it. Now we can pick up our stuff and move on to the next row. And we do not want to forget to light this stuff up, or we will have mobs spawning like crazy up here on us. So this would be 1, 2, 3. So I want it here. And I think what we're going to do is just kind of I think okay, I should have went down there. There we go. And then there, and here. Let's take that one back. There we go. And actually, we need to get the seagrass, kelp, all that kind of stuff out of the way so that the blocks actually land and don't break into item form. And there we go. Easy mode. And now we can just feed our machine until it extends it out as far as it can. I mean, it looks like we may be able to actually make the halfway mark tonight, or at least that's what I'm hoping. Two shulker boxes of gravel a pop just doesn't seem like we're ever going to get there. So, I mean, if we could get 3 or 4 in, that would be great. Though I'm not sure if that's going to be possible with us blocking the rest of the spawn spots down to level 39. But hey, that's what we're going to shoot for. We'll do a couple shulker boxes of gravel, and then we'll block the spawn spots the rest of the way down, and see if we have time to at least get one more shulker box in after that. We did start a little bit earlier tonight, and we may be able to go just a little bit later than we have been. So that's great. Now, the only set time I have for streams are Sundays, which is 7 p.m. Eastern time. However, throughout the week between 7:30 and 8, I do, if I'm able to get on and stream, I do. However, that's not always guaranteed, because I mean, you guys have to realize I still have to. It just depends, because I still have to have time to edit videos and stuff like that, and I don't always get a lot of extra time during the day to do that kind of stuff. So I'm using that time frame when I can, when I have when I'm don't have stuff to edit, or I'm still working on recordings or whatever. That's what the time slots that we're using in order to stream. This is getting pretty easy to set up in a quick manner after having done it so many times now. Whoops. I mean, I guess as we're going over the monument, um, it may go a little bit quicker because we're not having to cover as much ground, right? So, I mean, getting more accomplished may be possible even without getting necessarily 2 more shulker boxes, if that makes sense, as less resources will be needed. So that's actually a pretty cool thing to think about. But if we need more resources than what we have here, we will just have to go to the desert and grind out some more sand, which should not be a problem. Obviously, I would just go ahead and do that in my free time. We've already did a couple sessions of that sand gathering for this through a couple of streams already. And so gathering that stuff I can just do here and there as I get a chance. That's right, since I have to grind sand. Now here's my take on it, okay? What I think that the add-on you were talking about, those of you who don't know, if you did not catch Joe Nathan's stream over on YouTube, go over to his live tab, check it out now. It was a really good stream, and you know, some of us guys were giving him a hard time about some things. I did more lurking than anything as I was trying to get set up for this and feeding the baby and, you know, just different things. But the whole thing is you have badland biomes and mesas and things like that where you can go get terracotta, and you can buy those from stonemasons. You can, you know, get quartz from them. You can also sell those same villagers stone, andesite, diorite, granite, all those kind of things, right? Now, wouldn't it make sense to maybe be able to sell gravel to stonemasons, or potentially, you know, because you can get gravel from piglin barter. So gravel is technically a renewable resource. Now, sand, on the other hand, is not a renewable resource. So wouldn't it make sense to be able to buy sand from those stonemasons? I mean, if the trade's maxed out the same way the other ones do, selling gravel to those villagers and buying sand from them makes just as much sense to me as any of the other trades that they do. I don't think it would be too OP, because just like with glass, I mean, if anything, being able to buy glass is more OP. And the reason being is because you're skipping a whole process of smelting down the sand, right? So I think in the good fun of giving him a hard time, there was a lot of disagreement with that. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of that was in fun of giving him a hard time, not necessarily a disagreement. But Joe Nathan had talked about making an add-on for such a thing, and I mean, for one, I mean, I wouldn't put it in my Let's Play world or whatever because I try to keep things as vanilla as possible. We have no add-ons on this world, but you know, like my family realm and things like that, I would definitely add it in there. I mean, why not? I mean, I don't think it's too OP at all. Um, you still have to grind the resources, just in a different way. And technically, it would take longer to gather what you need because you can only get 12 at a time versus going out to a desert and getting like a shulker box of sand in, 10-15 minutes. But that's just my personal opinion on it. Now, for the sake of giving someone a hard time, um, you know, my opinion may change upon desired results. Because that's what we do. We give each other a hard time. That's how we keep things interesting. But I tell you, this is definitely much quicker than placing all this by hand. Last time I drained an ocean monument, um, just draining it took me like 16 hours by the time I placed the sand and sponge it out and all that kind of. I mean, it took at least 16 hours just to get it down. That's not including draining inside the monument, right? That was just the outside. Now we have basically, I want to say, I'm not sure how many streams we've been. What four? We've got. I want to say maybe 2-3 hours into draining this one. And we're almost halfway there on placing the gravel. So, yeah, I think grabbing everything might have been a little overkill. How did y'all do it so fast? Oh, you mean just the inside? Like, even with a group of people, like, it's a pretty big project. Whoa. Now, also, the last time I did this, I only had like a half a stack. I only had a half a stack of sponges. So we're in a little better shape. I think having more sponges helps because, um, you know, the more trips you make to dry those sponges, the more time that consumes, right? Yeah, it was a little over a year ago. I'm trying to think how long it's been that I've been on there. It's been a while now, though. Yeah. I was there pre 119, but not at the start of 118. So somewhere's in between there. So, I mean, I would say it's safe to say I've been there almost a year. myself, and you guys had that project done long before I joined. Well, I mean, it seemed like it. It seemed like a while. Yeah, cause well, July 13th will be the 2 year anniversary for my channel. Believe it or not, and I might have been on Forever Bedrock for over a year now. Definitely close to it. I want to say that I was only an active channel for like 6 months or something like that before I finally got in. I could always go back. I could always go back to my first video and get a rough idea. My first Forever Bedrock episode and get a rough idea. I would not suggest anybody watching like my first 5 videos. um, there was definitely a learning curve, and you could tell it. March 13th. So, over a year. I'm guessing you looked that up for me. Yeah, so over a year. That's a shame I missed that. I should have paid attention to that. I could have ran around and did like a celebration thing and gifted people stuff in honor of my 1 year of joining. Oh, the realm invite. Okay, that makes sense. So I think it was only like a day or two after that before I got the tour. If I if I could get my one external hard drive working, I could actually look and see when that tour was recorded. I believe I streamed that, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, either way, I would be able to see the date of the recording. Man, I would have never even thought about going back and looking in the Discord messages. You have real patience, Joe. You are like one of the most patient people I've ever met. Nah, we don't talk much at all. I mean, I guess in the grand scheme, yeah. Some days more than others. Though I feel like the chat has definitely been more active lately. We all have different schedules and things like that, and so sometimes it takes us a while to get to each other on everything. Yeah, like I still have to do the recommendations for the awards you were talking about. I know I'm one of the ones that still has to do that, and I'm not even sure where to start, to be honest. on here? It's a ghost block that disappeared. That's very interesting. Yeah. One moment. All right. Oh, yeah. I guess that's one way to do it. The names of the Forever Bedrock members, yeah. Yes, the age-old problem. Not enough hours in the day. There's a lot of things that you can probably do that just like that I just hadn't even thought of or tried. Yeah, I do remember you saying I could use photos. And I mean, I may do that. I think we're just gonna go ahead, instead of moving that machine for 2 rows, we're gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and just try and hopefully get these placed here in a somewhat timely manner for these 2 rows. Man, if we did sand duping, that would be like the ultimate way. How did I get raw cod? That would be the ultimate way to do this, I think. So we need to go here. So let's go there and there. Put one there, one there, one there, and I guess we would need one there, right? Break the end portal. All right, let's check this out. I'm gonna mute my mic for a moment while we clear out all this grass. My apologies. Part of the downside of not having a room dedicated to recording, which may actually be changing soon. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I figured it would fill back in. And I thought I seen a piece of redstone dust get away, which it did. And I believe, yep, we got it all now. Let's pick up our extra little pieces of gravel here. Whoop. And whoop. that would have been crazy. Yeah, we're definitely getting glow squid all through here, which is pretty cool. So we may do something with that. So I'm pretty sure the reason our glow squid farm, oops, never really worked the way it was intended, and only worked briefly, was because in Bedrock Edition right now, um, they count as a passive mob. So basically, our sheep farm broke our glow squid farm, and because of how close it is, so there was nothing wrong with what we did. It was just the location, and I only recently learned that that was why. Now, with that being said, um, we still need a glow squid farm. And we know we're not going to get it to work there because we're not going to move our entire sheep farm. It's located where it is because it's right there by our storage. Um, However, the glow squid farm, we could easily relocate. And I think with all the glow squid that are, already spawning around here and such, this may be a good spot to do that. So we will definitely see how that goes. He doesn't have a trident. I had to look. I had to know. Um, yeah, because why would you not want a free trident? And that one, just no. He should not have been there. Whew. I tell you, this does get a little daunting, but at the same time, it is so relaxing. And I believe, is that the last bit of our first shulker box, or are we already on our second? Whoa. Oops. It does seem that, I mean, as we are filling less because of the monument taking up space, we are making our way across a lot quicker. But still, just watching that gravel flow off that other end is definitely more relaxing than doing this manually. And it's very simple redstone. Very, very simple. Simple enough I figured it out. Alright, so we are going to go over here. Okay, that one is empty. Oh yeah, so this will be the end of our second shulker here. So we are making waves, and we have no torches on this end. We definitely need to fix that. I mean, I guess technically we could just stand up here. No, we can't. No, we can't. And we got a ghost block again. And that's the end of the line. There we go. Let's get that. Get our piston set up like so. Gather up our runaway blocks, the few that there are, and get back to work. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to finishing this shulker box here. And then we'll go ahead, run those spawn spots all the way down. Whoa, there went my keyboard. That was my keyboard. Run those spawn spots all the way down to 39. And then we won't have to worry about guardians inside the monument either. And as we go draining this thing and dismantling the monument, we won't get bombarded by them as they start to run out of spawning spaces. And maybe, just maybe, we can do that quick enough to have time to get one more shulker box of sand in place, or gravel in place. I know a lot of people are going to be like, why are you not using sand? You're going to get back a lot of flint. And I will end up getting back a lot of flint. You are definitely right about that. However, I'm not really that worried about it. We can put it to use, whether we sell it to villagers or whatever we end up doing with it. We're not gonna be stuck with a bunch of flint forever. So it's definitely not the end of the world. And I mean, we have a lot of gravel. We definitely have a lot of gravel. Ooh, no. Not where you were supposed to go. There. That's better. Right on that corner pixel. So it does have to be the second pixel down. Yeah, I've done this enough that I'm like getting that picky on learning the specifics to help speed up the process even more. But we are getting so close to halfway. And really, I mean, like I said, the monument is taking up a lot of the space on this half. So it should go much quicker. I think actually, maybe that's what, no, I think we're just we're gonna focus on blocking the spawn spots, right? And then I think we'll take the gravel and kind of place it where it couldn't go because of the structure here at the front, kind of blocking its way and whatnot from reaching all the way down. Might be a good thing to do. Or we could just kind of wait until we are dismantling the monument to... No, we definitely need to do that now. Because otherwise... so some of the monument is going to be removed now in that aspect. Because if we wait, it's going to flood areas that we've already... We're not going to be able to dry up areas because it's going to be flooding in from those spots. If we don't deal with it now, we'll have to deal with it then. And it'll be a nice way to break up this, you know, seemingly endless task. Excuse me, let me grab some of my coffee here. Yeah, it definitely goes down much slower by hand, the rate you use a stack. So we are ready to move this over again. 1, 2, 3. So here. And do this number. Bloop, bloop, and bloop. There we go. Get our piston in place, and we have just under a stack to place, or just over a stack, I meant to say. And we should have double checked the grass. I don't see it floating back up yet, so we may be lucky at the moment. We'll go ahead and place this, and we'll go through and get the grass all out of the way. I always forget until I've already gotten started good. I've been lucky that I've missed it and haven't had any break and come back floating back up to me yet. That was a big problem I had when I was doing this before. Technically, I probably should have left those. Oh. We would have got lucky a long ways. I forgot about that. Alright, so what we do need is... We're definitely going to need more cobblestone, so... Let's go ahead and place our inner chest here. Let's grab that one. Make sure we've got plenty of it on us to take care of this task. And I think we'll just start up here and work our way back that way, all the way across. Now this should go pretty close to 39. Yeah. Oh man, there's a ton of them in here. Let's oh, wrong spot. There we go. And then over here, I mean, that's to the ground, right? I have now made ways for them to escape. I'm not even sure how I could miss them that many times, but I did. Let's eat real quick. Come back here. Yeah, that's basically all the way down there. We can go and take out that one block and add our own. There's all of those ones. And then we come back here. Now this is going to be a little different because these are all open together, so as they escape, they're going to be able to get us no matter where we go. And all the way up. There we go. And to the center here. This is going to be the deepest point. There we go. And we've got a couple more spots here on this layer or row. And the reason we're worrying about changing it to the cobblestone is just simply so that there's no confusion to us at where our spawn blockers are when we go tearing down the monument and when we go tearing down the monument and building back. real know. The cobblestone is a spot where the guardians are spawning. I don't think that went all the way down. It didn't. There we go. Now up to this spot here. Oh. Ah. Let's get out of here. It's getting a little bit trickier here. It's definitely getting a little bit trickier. Whew. Okay, this one is right here. And losing out on that dark prismarine is killing my soul a little bit, to be honest. I should have left a little bit more space in my inventory. And that XP orb is just like killing my vision too. Man, you're strong for having just a fishing rod. Alright, this was our last row. Yeah, so, you know, with them already being spawned in and we seen how occupied those other spots were, hopefully this won't be too over dramatic, but we'll see. We got some up ahead here. They're going to give us a hard time. I can't see anything past that XP orb. Cursed kelp. I saw something was behind me. It was that XP orb. So there was something behind me. Yeah, this is our last spot. So hopefully not too much of a problem. And that should be all the guardian spawn spots completely blocked. Uh, so if we missed anything, we will continue to see them. If not, then we just have to worry about the ones that are already existing. Let's get our cobblestone put away. I believe there was one here that had 21 stacks for some reason instead of 22. Let's get a full shulker box there and put that one away, and then put the rest of this other than our stack that we need on us in here. And then we can put that one away. Yeah, that's our silk touch. Wouldn't have been anything else, right? This is gonna be my story. It wouldn't have been anything else. Certainly not by me. I would not have used a fortune pickaxe on an ender chest. Like, who would do such a thing? It's never happened to me. Except for the times that it did happen, and you know, that was an experience. Alright, so this goes... I don't think it's an issue there. I believe it first starts here. Yes, it first starts here. So let's get rid of that. Well, first off, let's make sure there's no grass or anything down there for it to fall on. Get rid of that, that, and that. Gotta, if I can get out of that hole. Couple more blocks here. And that should be good. Yes. Now, let's take our gravel and fill these spots in. I wish I would have thought of breaking those out when we were running through here with our redstone machine. As that would have saved us a lot of time coming back and doing it this way. Alright. And now we've got to do the same thing here. Don't see any grass under there. No seagrass. And that's what we like to see. None. Now, if we can get rid of this gravel quickly enough, we can begin to pick up some of those resources there that are just floating until they despawn. If I was smart, after having just said I wish I had room in my inventory for that dark prismarine. I mean, even though this isn't dark prismarine, um, you know, these blocks are still... Let's throw a few of those stacks back and kind of gather up our resources here before they start despawning, because I am a Minecraft hoarder. I have been a Minecraft hoarder since I first started playing, and I will continue to be a Minecraft hoarder. Now that that's out of the way and my secret is out, I hope you guys will help keep it safe. There we go. And we're getting it filled back in nicely, though. I mean, it's not a ton of blocks, to be fair, that we're missing in those spaces. And I got more flint. Should have used my shovel, but I didn't. And that's why they have villagers that you can sell that stuff to, you know? Because other than flint and steel, or if you make your own arrows, flint is pretty useless. If you have an infinity bow, you only need one arrow, which you can get from any random skeleton at just about any time. If you know where a skeleton spawner is, you can get all the arrows you want if you have a mending bow. While you're mending up your bow, that is, along with your other tools. And I don't know about you guys, but I just don't use like a ton of flint and steels. Maybe I'm Minecrafting wrong. Jeez. I use no shaders. Brookie, the rookie. No shaders at all. It's default Minecraft. Sorry, it may have took me a minute to see that as I was going on about my mistake here. That wasn't really a mistake, but you know, still could have been avoided, kind of thing. And I mean, I think this is fine. Um, as we mine all that out, we'll get all that stuff. So, whoops. Let's get back up out of there. Let's get rid of all this extra materials that we picked up, including the piece of gravel that we did not need. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll do this third. Oh, your shaders suffer from lag, huh? I don't use shaders. Yeah, I do not use shaders. It's vanilla Minecraft textures and everything. No shaders. The conduit does help give you visual aid while you're under the water. And as I'm up out of the water here for long enough, you'll see it begin to wear off. Um, that may be what you're seeing and questioning. But yeah, with the conduit, we get the conduit power, which helps us see underwater better and all kinds of fun stuff. Did not mean to put that there. So not only will we have completed 3 shulker boxes of gravel being placed, we did take the Guardian spawn blockers, our cobblestone, all the way down to as low as it needed to go, and we did get those few spots there at the big open area to help make sure that you know, we're actually walled off where we can sponge that stuff out. And you use shaders on Bedrock? Yeah, I'm on Bedrock Edition too. I haven't used shaders on here. Um, I I'm not against shaders. Okay, yeah, yeah. I'm not against shaders, but the reason I don't use them in this series. The reason why I don't use them for this series is because I want everybody to see what things look like vanilla. So that, you know, if you go build it in your Minecraft world, it's going to look the same exact way as what I have here. Now, if you go using shaders and things like that, uh, some blocks look better together with that shader than they do in vanilla Minecraft. And then you have this whole thing about, well, those can't be the blocks you use because that is an ugly combination. And it's really not the case. It's just the shaders made them look better than what they really are. So you get an adverse effect. So unfortunately, that's where that is. All right, let's now I would have no problem building it something and saying, you know, this is what it looks like. You want to take a look at it with shaders on. We can take a peek at it with the shaders on and see how much cooler it looks. I am not opposed to that if that's something, you know, enough people would like to see. I know shaders is a pretty big thing, and in some situations, um, it's more appropriate than others. All right, second pixel down. There we go. And we get to placing. And we should get across here pretty quick as we're going across the highest points of the monument. Yeah, I don't have an RTX card either. Um, there are some texture packs that I have, like seamless glass and things like that. I don't use that on here either, but it would be, I might turn that on out here once we're done, just so that you guys can see what it looks like without all that. Oh, I have extra cobblestone stone. Imagine that. Now, one of the reasons why these streams have been so short is because with the way everything is set up where I'm recording at, I have to cut the air off in order to record, or it really improved my audio. Took out a humming sound that was popping up that I couldn't figure out. And so I got rid of that. Now, unfortunately, you may hear a little bit of the air pump on the fish tank. I'm not sure how to avoid that one, but it is what it is at the moment. So when it's hot and I have no air, it really, really gets hot because I am cut off from door close and all that to keep as much noise out of the microphone as I can. And unfortunately, that means I end up really, really dealing with heat, and that's probably a good reason why my mouth gets so dry and all that nonsense while I'm streaming and talking and talking and talking, because I'm not getting cooled down at all, which doesn't help. So the air's obviously getting thinner and all that good stuff. So we are definitely going to I say we are going to use up this shulker box of gravel and call it, but I think I am just going to be happy calling it where this maxes out at. Now that we've got the machine moved again, I think this will be wherever we're at will be quite good enough. And I did come through and check the grass, right? Yeah, pretty sure, because we had already had that set up, so I would have already done that. Yeah. So we're just gonna take this as far as it'll go, and that is gonna be it for tonight's stream. We're making progress. We are making progress, and it's a project. It takes time, and this will be, I believe, um, anywhere between 3.5 to yeah, anywhere between 3.5 to 4 hours uh, since we began placing the gravel here. Um, so, you know, we're getting there. It's definitely not happening as quickly as I would like, but we are getting there with the amount of time that I have available to do it. And we just maxed out. We will actually go ahead and move the machine. Oops. We'll go ahead and move our redstone baby to its new spot before we call it. I don't see anything wrong with that. Whoa. Let's just run off the end. It'll be fun. And voila. Oh, we got the redstone torch right there. Let's get some redstone dust and our piston right there. Go ahead and put our piston down. Grab our extra little resources. And you know what? We don't have torches going across this the rest of the way. And there. Should be good. Bring this odd and end stuff over here. I don't think we're going to need the sand. I think we're going to have enough gravel. I mean, a part of me wants to use the sand because we have it here now, but we're going to use the gravel and see how that goes. Whatever flint we get from here, we will end up selling to villagers anyways. Again, thank you all so much for joining me. If you enjoyed the stream, go ahead and follow me. That's the biggest thank you can actually do. And share the channel with your friends. If you haven't checked me out on YouTube, head on over to YouTube at Juggerite and check out our Let's Play series where this is all happening. And we have, you know, our SMP realm, our server with Forever Bedrock that we participate in, where we have, you know, some fellow creators who do some amazing things, and we're working on a horror labyrinth over there. And we have the Ultimate Bedrock series that is basically a tutorial type series. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight, and I will see each and every one of you in the next video.